What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. I'm Mr. Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Eboni K. Williams opens up about IVF choice, says she heard sperm donor's voice and his wishes to connect with his child in the future. This one's a really interesting video. It looks like the Eboni K. single mother by choice plan is in full effect. Right before all of our eyes. No more waste of time. Let's check it out.
A donor, I've heard his voice. I have an MP3 file of him telling his own life story, why you felt you wanted to donate. And this was important, his willingness to be contacted when my child turns 18. So when my daughter's 18 years old, if she would like to find out her paternal identity, as I wanted to do when I was 38, she doesn't even have to wait that long and go through all that rigmarole that I had to do. Hire a geneticist, hire a detective. Here is his last known address, and he is anticipating your contact.
All right. So I see something here that maybe a lot of people may not see. When I look at the past few videos Eboni K. Williams has released, she's doing all this on purpose. And I think there's a larger agenda here in play as far as a money move from her part. And I have to give her credit on being strategic in that sense. Think about this, guys. And some of you may have already put two and two together. Let's talk about this. Months ago, I released a video of Eboni K. Williams, which is her talking about approaching motherhood from a single mother by choice perspective. And then boom, out of nowhere, she's promoting this IVF company. I don't remember what the name of the company is, and they probably got promotion here on the Coffee Pod just because we've been keeping up with Eboni K. Williams' story and timeline. Why does this make sense? Well, look at society. Look at where Black women are at, not just Black women. Look at where other women are at and are headed as well. When we look at that statistic about by 2030, close to half, it was like 45% of marriageable women will be single, then this is something that will be an alternative to a lot of these single women who won't be married. What would that be? IVF. So what she's doing here is helping women feel comfortable about this whole process of finding a donor. Because right now, it's not really something that society looks at as a normal way to approach motherhood. It shouldn't be. I think we need fathers in homes. Children need fathers. But listen to how she's describing the benefits of IVF. Almost like she's talking to women who she knows are keeping track of her story and are on the fence and are thinking, should this be something I do? Well, let me see how it works out for Eboni. I want to see how that kid looks like. Let me just wait. Don't wait too long.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
But there's obviously a bigger strategic approach at play here. Somebody's going to be promoting an alternative to the people who are encouraging others to create nuclear families. Somebody has to be promoting another alternative because obviously these chicks today can't keep a man. Can't find a man, can't keep a man. That's what I believe this is right here. There are chicks watching very closely because this is their future. This is their chance to motherhood. And it's attractive because they don't have to deal with you. They don't have to deal with me. What do we have in common? We're men. And apparently they would rather raise a child with a bear than they would a man, which is sad. Let's keep listening to this video.
Yep.
Childhood photos, adult photos, keepsake, essays from him, from the nursing staff, first impression, what he does for a living.
I mean, she's just selling this shit. Childhood photos, essay photos. She's got everything on this man. But what if he changes his mind? What if he says, you know what? I don't know if I want to be as involved as I wanted to be prior. Let's keep listening.
Educational background, his SAT. I mean, it's just a litany. So for me, it felt like a much safer choice.
Yeah.
It felt like a more legally astute choice. It gives me much less exposure, risk and exposure.
All right, so there we go. Let's check out some of these comments and see what the people have to say. And this will be more in line with what I was saying about people looking at this and being like, and not really applauding her. And also we have to remember that she did make some really controversial statements as it relates to bus drives, etc. And at one point, she was encouraging women to make sure they find a man before having a child, and here she is now. First comment here says, I can't believe the women in the comments going against her. Hell done froze over. The first time I realized that women are really tired of this championing of single mother by choice, I was shocked. It's not every day you see a bunch of modern women sipping some coffee. You know, they don't drink it. They do this to their nose and they drink it like that. That's what they're doing here in this comment section. First comment here says, it is smarter than having a baby by a bum. Okay, so this chick actually supports Eboni K. Williams. And then have to legally pay him child support because you have more than him. All right, I guess you could choose to look at it that way. Why not look at it from the perspective that would be the smartest decision? Somebody else here added she wanted to experience motherhood in her way. Yeah. They want it all. My way, the way I want to do it. And then tears when it's all crashing down. Next comment, he says, she's sitting around, running around, talking about my husband, the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, looking through catalogs, trying to find a donor. Honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an ex-murderer or child. I can't read that. There was some deep, dark things being said about the possibility of her not knowing that man, who he is. And YouTube specifically does not like that topic. Oh, but Shisha, you should say it anyway. Think. Right, business decision. Somebody else here says she know way more about her sperm donor than y'all do y'all baby dads. That is one pretty good point. Out of all the points so far, this is pretty good. If you've got multiple baby daddies, you can't be getting on Eboni. You're in the same boat. You're in the same boat. Maybe even in a worse situation. Somebody else who says, ironically, this is not called a deadbeat dad. ... Society is very strange. Somebody else who says she isn't making any sense. For real, she purposely had a baby with a man that wants to be in the child's life, but only when she's 18 and he wants life updates along the way is dumb as F. Unless she has an actual father figure in her life, she's going to question his whereabouts, and this is her response. Disappointing and ridiculous. Shaking my head. Why do I believe these chicks? Why do I believe these women? Because a lot of these women probably wish they had fathers. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. We live in a society where there are less two-parent households, and a lot of these chicks who are saying she's going to question, she's going to wonder, she's going to look. She's going to ask, why'd you decide to take this route? They've probably gone through the same things and thought and asked the same questions. Somebody else here added, what 5-letter words start with G and ends with Y? With the laughing emoji. So I'm assuming this chick is saying that he might be gay or something like that. I don't know. Another chick here added, when her babies start getting older and asking for their dad, she will feel differently. Fathers are important in a child's life. I've never seen so many women talk about the importance of fathers. Is this, and I'm like, do they mean it? Or are they just so pissed off at Eboni K. Williams for whatever reason? Anyways, somebody else who says, being a single mom over dating a bus driver that your daughter don't have to find at 18 is crazy. Yeah. All right, guys, that is it. Of course, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, peace.